From the BG Podcast Network studios, brought to you by Chattahoochee Tech, this is your Paulding County News Podcast, bringing our stories to life with news, events, and what we're talking about in Paulding County. Like, follow, and subscribe to hear the latest news from the Paulding County News Podcast wherever you get your podcasts. For you, about you, from you. Call us now to get in on the conversation at 404-997-8655. That's 404-997-8655 or info@bgadgroup.com. And here's what you're talking about.
Welcome to your Paulding County News Podcast. I'm Melissa Carter, along with Doug Harding. If you thought parents' behavior was bad at your ball games, we uncover a father's shocking actions at his kid's wrestling match, leading him straight to jail. Plus, an unfortunate incident in a public bathroom, I'm sorry to laugh, now has a man suing a popular coffee shop that you've probably been to. But first, let's take a look at our top stories. Well, Georgia State Patrol Trooper Jimmy Siniscar has lost his life in the line of duty. Born in Haiti, his family immigrated to the U.S. when he was 4. They moved to Georgia in 2008, and he graduated from Paulding County High School in 2015. Siniscar's journey in law enforcement started with the Atlanta Police Department, and he later graduated from the 114th Trooper School last year, joining the Georgia State Patrol. Tragically, Trooper Siniscar lost his life in a crash on Sunday, leaving behind a grieving family and a fiancée. Governor Brian Kemp expressed condolences highlighting Siniscar's dedication to protecting others. This from 11 Alive.
Authorities are seeking the public's assistance in locating a stolen camper from Sweetwater Park in southern Paulding County. The theft occurred sometime after January 9th, although the exact date and time remain unknown. The first stolen camper is described as a white 2005 25-foot Prowler pull-behind camper with Georgia license plate TR7935J. It bears noticeable damage to the rear roof area near the ladder. If you have any information regarding the whereabouts of the 25-foot Prowler camper or any details about the theft, please contact the Paulding County Sheriff's Office tip line at 770-443-3047 or send a message via the free Paulding Sheriff mobile app. This from the Paulding County Sheriff's Office.
I mean, that's pretty bold to steal a 25-foot camper, right?
I always hear
and still
about
be missing.
I always hear about people stealing like trailers with tools in it and getting away with that all the time.
That's crazy. I mean, I'm too nervous to even go, lift a candy bar out of a store, let alone a camper. I'm not a thief. The Polk County Emergency Management Agency hosted other officials from around the area, including Paulding County, to ensure that when something goes wrong, they have the skills they need to take control of any situation or disaster that may come their way. The 3-day course for the Incident Command System was designed to organize efforts to ensure that the chaos created by a situation doesn't become worse through the response by first responders and other agencies coming in to help. Georgia Emergency Management and the Homeland Security Agency taught that class. This from Polk County. It's that time of year for layers, dressing in layers, not knowing what the temperature will look like. So, Doug, what does the weather look like for Paulding County this week?
Weather brought to you by Angie Chavez Realty. So partly sunny today. We have a high in Hiram of 49 and a high of 51 in Dallas. The low tonight everywhere is going to be 31 degrees. Partly sunny and warmer tomorrow. Hiram and Dallas will see a high of 56. And Friday will be the warmest day of the week. We'll have a high in Hiram and Dallas of 61. Very exciting there. But the lows the rest of the week will be in the upper 30s.
98.7 Chat Tech, where 98.7% of our students earn a career.
But if you start with the paralegal program and the way they've shaped it, not all of them, but the majority of your classes, especially once they get the accreditation, are transferable to law schools.
I was currently residing in Kennesaw during the time of my enrollment, and I was looking for a good local automotive program that can really walk me through the steps. But I never really took the step forward to actually go to class and go to school for it. And so I was just talking to people in the area, and they mentioned, Chattahoochee Tech and its amazing automotive program. It just happens to be local. And so I went over there and really liked what I saw.
So most of the students that we recruit from Chattahoochee Tech are typically in their construction management certificate program. So they're students that are interested in starting a career in construction, and they go there to get the construction management certificate.
Visit chattahoocheetech.edu, where 98.7% of our students earn a career.
When it comes to solving complex engineering challenges, there's only one name you need to know: Engineered Solutions of Georgia. Our team of experts has years of experience and uses the latest technology to provide innovative solutions for all your home needs. From foundation repair to waterproofing and drainage solutions, we've got you covered. We work with both residential and commercial clients, and we're committed to providing excellent customer service every step of the way. And with our state-of-the-art equipment and top quality materials, you can be confident that your project will be completed to the highest standards. So why settle for less when you can have the best? Call Engineered Solutions of Georgia today to schedule your free consultation and see how we can help you tackle any engineering challenge.
Engineered Solutions of Georgia. We guarantee a stable, dry foundation. Residential and commercial. Hey, we do it all. Dial 678 ESOG now.
We're back with more of your Paulding County News Podcast.
From WSB's Facebook page, bizarre enough to make local news, 39-year-old Hugo Hernandez is facing an arrest warrant in Colorado for allegedly stealing hundreds of women and girls' underwear over a 3-year period. Authorities say he targeted over 30 victims. Deborah Arthur said, future GOP House Rep, LOL. He can sit next to the rest of the pervs. And then on the other side of the aisle, Scott Chapman said, Joe's border boy. And then Gary Harlan said, skid marks and crust flakes are not for everybody. Ooh. From the Paulding County Uncensored Facebook page, can you post this anonymously? Okay, we'll be anonymous, Doug. Right. No judgments here, but I've been pondering, are we still emphasizing to our kids that how they dress can shape others' perceptions? Not advocating for suits, but I've noticed a trend of bed attire in public: raggedy shirts, lounge pants, shower caps, bed slippers with socks. I guess it's better than pants below the butt with holy boxers. All, and I saw that as holy boxers, Doug, and I was like, oh. Anyway, what's up with the attitude with these kids? No respect. And so Brianna Aolani said, I don't understand why older generations are so obsessed with other people. I do not care what anyone else around me is wearing as long as they're not naked. And even if they were naked, I'd probably keep my distance, but I literally do not care. Maddie Rose said, are people still emphasizing to their kids that other people's perception of them matters? Similar note, no one can control what anyone thinks of them, no matter what they're wearing. And then Michael Capp said, I'm 29 years old. I work full time. If I want to wear slippers and pajamas to Publix, that's my business.
Would you ever wear a shower cap and all that out in public?
I have had pajama pants on. I've had pajama pants when I've had to run into to get something quickly. And I remember thinking my mother is turning in her grave because, yeah, I definitely dress casually, but I will say that there is fewer and fewer opportunities for people to really dress up. If you don't go to your prom, then whenever are you ever going to be like dressed that well again?
Yeah, you don't even dress that well going to church anymore.
Right, exactly. So, but the people have spoken. Don't worry about what others are doing. Here's your weird story for the day. A Dunkin customer in Central Florida has filed a lawsuit claiming severe injuries caused by an exploding toilet at a Winter Park location. Paul Kerouac is seeking over $100,000 in damages, alleging long-term injuries after the incident that happened last year. After the explosion left Kerouac covered in human feces, urine, and debris, he walked out of the men's room. Again, this is at a Dunkin', seeking help from workers and the store's manager. An employee told him that they were aware of the, quote, problem with the toilet since there had been previous incidents. Dunkin has not yet responded publicly to the lawsuit. Kerouac suffered bodily injury and he has required mental health care and counseling since the incident. Walking out of a public bathroom covered in gunk.
It is a coffee shop, though.
That's true. You should have stronger toilets there, shouldn't you?
What's happening in Paulding County? We've got you covered.
Here are some things to get you out of the house in Paulding County. Tomorrow, starting at 1 o'clock, the Valentine's Day Homeschool Hangout at the Ragsdale Hiram Library. Tomorrow night, starting at 6 o'clock, the film premiere of Beyond the Marquee, Rediscovering the Dallas Theater Legacy. That's happening at the Dallas Theater and Civic Center. And finally, Saturday, beginning at 7 o'clock, Big Rich Brock Comedy Show and his special guests, Eric Hunter and Marty Bartow, at the Vintage Wine Bar in Dallas.
Angie Chavez is an experienced real estate agent serving Paulding, Cobb, and other counties in Georgia for 24 years. She is dedicated to serving her clients and has extensive knowledge of the West Georgia real estate market. Angie has won numerous awards for her sales production and is a $1 million member of the National Board of Realtors. She specializes in new home construction and is an accredited buyer agent. Angie is also passionate about giving back and supporting military, veterans, teachers, and public servants. Whether buying or selling, Angie Chavez with Atlanta Communities is the right choice. Call her today at 404-401-0739 or visit her website at angiechavez.atlcommunities.com. Hey, unlike others, Angie will call you back if you don't reach her the first time. That's 404-401-0739.
Life's a constant hustle. And at Credit Union of Georgia, our focus is crystal clear. It's all about you. Juggling a million things? We get it. That's why we're committed to providing the best service imaginable. We're not just your credit union. We're your financial allies. Knowledge is our power. From crafting basic budget plans to navigating the local home buying scene. Questions popping up? We've got you covered with fast, friendly answers. Because we want you to spend more time living your life. Imagine a financial institution that truly cares. That's Credit Union of Georgia inviting you to join us. If you live, work in Bartow, Cherokee, Cobb, Dawson, Paulding, Pickens, or Union County, we want you as a member of Credit Union of Georgia family. Because here, you're not just a member, you're part of a community that cares. Ready to experience banking that revolves around you? Call us at 678-486-1111 or visit cuofga.org. Credit Union of Georgia. Your financial journey, our priority.
We're back with more of your Paulding County News Podcast.
Disturbing news out of Jackson County, where a man faces charges after allegedly assaulting his daughter at a youth wrestling event. According to the Hall County Sheriff's Office, Stephen Slayton of Commerce was arrested for first-degree cruelty to children. The incident unfolded at Cherokee Bluff Middle School in Flowery Branch, where Slayton reportedly became enraged over his daughter's wrestling match outcome. Obviously, she must have lost. Slayton allegedly punched, slapped, and even lifted the girl by her ears. He's currently held in the Hall County Jail on an $11,300 bond. This from Classic City News.
Well, I think that young lady is going to be scarred for a very, very long time, thanks to Dad.
Over what? Over what? I'm telling you, my son participates in sports, and it is amazing the jerks that you see on game days.
That is a nationwide problem. I've seen it in other states, too. All right, speaking of sports from Max Preps, we're going to talk about boys basketball action over the weekend. Langston Hughes beat Paulding County High School 68-48. Harrison over North Paulding 70-47, and South Paulding 63, East Paulding 52. In the women's basketball, Paulding County beat Douglas County 54-50. Dalton over Hiram 49-40. North Paulding beat Harrison 51-39, and South Paulding 40, East Paulding 31.
And finally, dozens of talented local third and fifth graders showcased their tech skills in the Student Technology Competition. Over the weekend, the first place winners in each category competed in the Regional Technology Competition at the Georgia Highlands College Rome campus. Congratulations goes to Panther Elementary's Ryder Spinaldicus, Tomlin Watts, Kaysen Plunkett, and Eden Borsch. Abner Elementary's Gatnick Sabat, and Shelton Elementary's Lakshita Songa and Odin Fellabaum. They will all be moving on to compete at the state level in their respective categories. So congratulations. This from the Paulding County School District. And we will have final thoughts after this.
Whether you're new to church, have been a Christian for many years, or looking for a fresh start, you're welcome at New Season Church. New Season is a place where people can believe in God, belong to a family of believers, and become fully devoted followers. We exist so that people far from God may experience life in Christ and become fully engaged followers. Join us for one of our 2 Sunday services, 9 or 11 a.m.
Hi, this is Pastor Steve Flockhart. Whether you're new to the Paulding community or have been here since the day you were born, New Season Church is a place where all are welcome. From our exciting children and student ministries to our engaging Bible studies and small groups and events, I promise New Season Church has a place for you.
New Season Church, just off Highway 278 at 4457 Atlanta Highway in Hiram. We exist so that people far from God may experience life in Christ and become fully engaged followers. New Season looks forward to seeing your entire family this Sunday, and feel free to check us out online at newseason.cc. We believe what comes into our minds when we think about God is the most important thing about us. We look forward to seeing you Sunday at 9 or 11 a.m. at New Season Church in Hiram. Thanks for listening to today's Paulding County News Podcast. Follow and subscribe to hear the latest news from the Paulding County News Podcast wherever you get your podcasts. For you, about you, and from you. Get involved in the conversation at 404-997-8655 or info@bgadgroup.com. Did you know over 50% of Americans listen to podcasts weekly? Make sure you join us for our next episode, and be sure to share this podcast on social media with your friends and family. Add us to your Alexa Flash Briefing or your Google Home Briefing, and be sure to like, follow, and subscribe wherever you get your podcasts.
This podcast is a production of BG Ad Group. All rights reserved.
This podcast aggregate content from other sources for informational purposes and is in no way trying to infringe on the copyrights or businesses of any other entities. All content posted up on the site is used under the Fair Use Copyright Law 107. All audio, media, and articles are copyrighted to the original owners. All audio in this podcast are embedded from YouTube.com and are owned by their respective copyright owners. No audio information are copyrighted or stored on our servers. The court ruled that linking or embedding copyrighted videos is not copyright infringement, even if the source video was uploaded without permission. However, we will gladly remove any audio clip upon valid request from respective copyright owners. Any owners also have the option to disable embedding his YouTube videos on other websites. News and press articles are owned by the respective copyright owners. Where possible, the appropriate accreditation or source of the article is given on the same page. The audio-video files on the site are for listening purposes only. Downloading of these files to one's computer is strictly prohibited. They are owned by the respective copyright owners. If it is in the organization's belief that the usage or specific content used on our site containing copyrighted knowledge conflicts with authorized use and or does not comply with fair use as described in the context, contact us through our contact page and we will remove the offending content immediately. Thanks for listening to the Paulding County News Podcast.